Today I'm using the Strawberry Goodness box from Not Too Shabby, which was our April box of the month, to make a couple of projects that would be great for either craft show items or Mother's Day gifts. Hi guys, it's Beth and welcome. Like I said, today I'm using the Not Too Shabby box of the month to create a couple different projects. The first one is going to be a decor piece using that lemon ephemera. I have a 5.5 by 5.5 by 1.5 inch blocks. It's like a 6 by 2 block or piece of wood cut down and stained. And I did use some white vinyl in my silhouette to cut out the phrase "easy peasy lemon squeezy." I just thought that would be a fun little saying to go with the little piece of ephemera that has the lemons and then the little like lemon flowers with it. And I thought this is a fun decor piece for yourself. It could be a great gift for, Mother's Day, teacher appreciation. The end of the year is coming up soon, but I'm creating these we have a craft show coming up in May, and so I thought this would be a fun item, some like summer decor. A lot of people decorate with lemons in the summertime, especially for kitchen and tier trays. So that's what I was going with. So I used some transfer tape and my silhouette squeegee to put my vinyl on. I'm using some matte Mod Podge to apply the ephemera piece onto my block. I'm just putting it onto the wood and then some on the back of my ephemera piece as well. And here I realized I didn't go quite far enough over, so I just added some more to my block. And then I'm going to use my Mod Podge squeegee and burnish down that ephemera piece really well. So if you don't have a silhouette, like you can buy stencils that would have like some kind of saying on it that you wanted, and add it to a piece of wood that you've painted or stained, and also add ephemera. Or you could, if you have great steady hand, you can use a paintbrush or a paint marker and write it out yourself. So now that everything is on my block, I'm going back over it with the Mod Podge to act as a seal coat. And then I don't show it, but I do come back and do a second coat of this later on after it dries. And again, that just acts as a seal coat to make sure everything's going to stay on there. So for my second project, I saw that set of stamps with the tea theme, and I decided to make some little tea bag holders. So I just took one of the 6x6 sheets and trimmed it in half, so 3x6 pieces, folded that in half, so now I have almost like a 3x3 note card type piece. And then I'm going to take the second sheet and I'm going to cut out a 3x3 inch square. And then I'm going to take it and cut it diagonally, and this will act as the little pocket on the right hand side of my card. And then I'm going to glue down two of the sides. So the two shorter sides I'm going to go ahead and add some Barely Arts liquid glue to, and then this just creates the pocket. For the front, I'm going to use the teapot. I thought it would be really cute on the front, nice and big. And instead of coloring it, I'm going to stamp it onto some of the patterned paper from that paper pack. And I wanted a pattern, kind of like a subtle pattern, but a pattern nonetheless. So I'm stamping it. It's like a light pink polka dot pattern that I'm stamping it onto. And I'm going to stamp it twice just in case, but both of those came out really well. The Not Too Shabby stamps stamp wonderfully, just like every time. So now I'm going to fussy cut it out, and I'm going to leave just a little bit of a border. I'm not going to go right up to the edge of my stamp lines, just because if I was going to go all the way up to the stamp lines, I felt like I was going to have to cut out the inside of the handle as well, and I really didn't want to have to get in there and do that. So I'm just going to leave a little bit of the pattern paper border on my teapot, and it really was pretty easy to cut out this way. And then I do need to touch up I wanted to round the corners there on the handle and the spout. Gosh, now I feel like I need to sing the song. I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here is my handle, here is my spout. When I get all steamed up and I shout, just tip me over and pour me out. Okay. Now that my little show is over, I'm going to add, I did use an scalloped oval die to cut a little bit of a darker pink pattern behind my teapot, and then I just adhered the teapot to that just because I felt with that light pink that the teapot was, it needed something to help it stand out on that floral gingham pattern on the front. So now I'm using 2 of the sentiments from that stamp set. It says, "You're terrific," and I'm kind of stamping them in a weird position because I'm going to end up cutting them out separately anyway. They're not going to, I didn't want to line them up because I'm going to do them in a curve kind of around the top of my oval there. So that's why I stamped them kind of weird. So now I'm just trimming them down. I want them to be fairly close to the stamped words. So I don't want a lot of excess on any side of my words there. And now that those are trimmed down, I realized that I had a little bit too much on the top. So I'm going to fiddle with that just a little bit more. And then I just want to angle them just a little bit. So now I can adhere my teapot piece down to the front. And then we'll add my words, "You're terrific," to the top of that. So this would make a great teacher's gift. You could put in a tea bag and stick it in a mug with a gift card or something, or Mother's Day, and then also a like low dollar craft fair item. So those are my 2 projects using the April box of the month. I hope you enjoyed them, and I thank you so very much for your time today. All of the products will be linked in the description box below, and I hope you all have a very crafty day.